Department of Homeland Security says Texas authorities physically barred Border Patrol agents from trying to rescue drowning migrants.
A recent and startling revelation caught on camera along the Texas border has captured the public's attention, igniting a firestorm of concern and debate across the world. Like the drownings of a mother and her two daughters attempting to cross the Rio Grande, that's only one of the Texas National Guard operations and defendings that later caused quite a debate. We will together take a look at these operations later in the video. These aren't just any videos, they show the further intensifying border issues, one of which is a video of the Texas Guards installing more barbed wire, even though the government has given them the explicit command to take it down. This is just one example of border issues. But before we delve into these savage actions, it is important to understand what the border issues are about. Keep watching to learn about the escalating situation in Texas. Introduction to the border issue. The U.S.-Mexico border, a vast expanse of desert, river, and fence stretching over 1954 miles, continues to be a focal point of national discourse. Here, every day is a new chapter in a story of hope, hardship, and heated debate. In recent weeks, the spotlight has intensified, capturing widespread attention. The stakes, the future of thousands seeking a new beginning, and the security concerns of a nation. Videos showing Texas Guards staunchly defending the border have rapidly gone viral, igniting fervent debate and speculation across the nation. Each frame, a testament to the escalating tensions and the complex challenges at this contentious frontier. At the heart of this latest chapter is the small city of Eagle Pass, Texas, now the fiery focal point of a simmering feud between the state and federal government. A political and physical standoff unfolds, challenging our perceptions and pushing us to question, what is the right course of action? As this discourse evolves, so too does the narrative of those who live it daily. From viral videos to viral debates, the U.S.-Mexico border remains a symbol of division and unity, of barriers and bridges. Stay with us as we explore these new border defense videos, and of course the implications and reactions from the public on this contentious issue. This is more than just a border. It's a testament to the ongoing dialogue about who we are, what we stand for, and how we navigate the complexities of a world in constant flux. Texas versus federal government standoff. In the small city of Eagle Pass, Texas, a once quiet community has transformed into the epicenter of an unprecedented standoff between the Texas state government and federal authorities. The U.S. Supreme Court's order to Governor Greg Abbott, demanding the removal of razor wire from a park along the Rio Grande, has only intensified the situation. Defying federal mandates, the Texas National Guard is not only keeping the wire, but adding more. This is not just a physical barrier being contested. It's a battle over jurisdiction, authority, and the very approach to handling the surge of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border. A question looms large: who holds the reins of control? January's tensions were palpable as Texas officials, citing security concerns, effectively shut down a 2.5-mile stretch of the border. Shelby Park, a scenic riverside haven, is now a fenced-off zone, a stark symbol of the escalating dispute. The move has severely hampered U.S. Border Patrol agents' ability to access critical areas, igniting a legal and political firestorm. The crux of the dispute lies in a fundamental question. Does the federal government's traditional role in immigration enforcement supersede state actions perceived as necessary for security? On January 10th, a telling development unfolded. U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported being denied access to place mobile surveillance equipment within Shelby Park by the Texas National Guard, a move that symbolizes the deepening rift between state and federal visions for border security. As this standoff continues, the once quiet Texan border town of Eagle Pass has become a fiery focal point, a physical and ideological battleground, reflecting the nation's divided stance on immigration and border control. This confrontation between Texas and the federal government is more than a policy dispute. It's a testament to the complex, often contentious relationship between state sovereignty and federal authority. As the situation unfolds, the eyes of the nation remain fixed on Eagle Pass, waiting to see how this modern standoff will shape the future of border policy and state-federal dynamics. Tragic consequences and legal disputes. The Rio Grande, a natural border that has borne witness to countless stories of hope and despair. In the shadow of the escalating standoff in Eagle Pass, Texas, this river has become a scene of tragic loss. Reports emerged in January of the heart-wrenching drownings near Shelby Park. 2 children and a woman lost to the river's currents, a stark reminder of the human cost amid the legal and political battles over border security. As the Border Patrol was alerted to the drownings, a chilling standoff unfolded. A locked gate and bureaucratic hurdles face those responding to desperate cries for help. An affidavit by a Border Patrol agent painted a tense picture. Urgent pleas met with refusal as Texas National Guard orders prohibited entry even in emergencies. Fallout was swift. The Biden administration took the battle to the highest court, citing the drownings as evidence of Texas's efforts to exercise control over the border at the cost of hindering emergency response. As tensions escalated, the Department of Homeland Security issued an ultimatum, met with defiance from Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. The legal and moral debates intertwined, each side steadfast in their stance. The Supreme Court's decision to side with the federal government marked a pivotal moment, yet the victory felt Pyrrhic amid the ongoing human tragedies. In Eagle Pass and beyond, the debate over border security and immigration policy continues. Yet, it is the human stories, the lives lost and affected, that remain at the heart of this issue. As night falls on the Rio Grande, the river carries with it the stories of those who sought a new beginning, and those left behind, a solemn reminder of the tragic consequences in the shadow of legal and political disputes. Immigration policies and their impact. The journey to the U.S.-Mexico border, traversed by thousands seeking refuge and opportunity, is shaped by policies that resonate far beyond these shores. In the heart of this complex narrative are the policies that govern, deter, or welcome. April 2020 marked a pivotal shift as the Trump administration implemented Title 42, citing public health concerns. This policy allowed for the immediate expulsion of migrants, altering the rhythm of border crossings. The impact was immediate and profound. The number of single adults attempting to cross surged, while the fate of families and unaccompanied minors became a focal point of international concern. With President Biden's inauguration came a new chapter. Despite maintaining some measures, his administration sought to navigate the delicate balance between enforcement and humanitarian response. Yet the challenges remain daunting. Facilities once designed to accommodate hundreds now overflow with thousands. The surge, a tangible testament to the complex interplay of policies, hopes, and human resilience. Behind each number, a story. Families risking everything on the slim hope of asylum, individuals fleeing violence, all seeking a semblance of safety. In response, the Biden administration has unveiled a patchwork of solutions aimed at creating a more orderly process. Yet, the question lingers. Can policy keep pace with the desperation that drives the migrant surge? As night blankets the border, the lights stand as sentinels of an ongoing struggle. The impact of immigration policies, from Title 42 to asylum reforms, reverberates through the silence, echoing in the stories of those who dare to dream of a life beyond the fence. With each new day, the border awakens to the realities of policy, the human impact, and the unending search for balance. The journey continues, as does the debate over how best to manage the crossroads of humanity and sovereignty. Examining the Biden administration's border policy decisions. In the unfolding saga of the U.S.-Mexico border, the Biden administration's policy decisions come under the microscope. With humanity and security hanging in the balance, these choices are not just administrative, they are deeply personal for thousands. Since taking office, President Biden has sought to reshape America's border policy landscape. With the cessation of wall construction and efforts to overturn the Remain in Mexico policy, the administration aimed to signal a shift towards a more compassionate approach to immigration. Yet these policy shifts have not been without controversy. Critics point to overcrowded facilities and strained resources, raising the question, has the quest for compassion compromised control? Our policies are designed to uphold the dignity and safety of migrants, states a Biden administration official. However, voices from the border counter, policy without security only invites chaos. Experts and activists weigh in, highlighting the complex interplay between policy and human behavior. When policy signals a softer stance, we see spikes in crossings, notes one analyst. But where is the line between compassion and chaos? On the ground, the human stories unfold. Communities stretch to welcome, support, and integrate, even as they grapple with the implications of federal decisions. The border, a nexus of policy and humanity, challenges us to find a balance. As dawn breaks over the border, the debate over the Biden administration's policies continues. With every decision, the administration navigates the delicate balance between security and compassion, a testament to the ongoing dialogue about who we are as a nation and what we stand for. In the heart of America's border policy debate lies a fundamental question: how do we define our values as a nation? As we ponder the path forward, let us remember the lives touched by these policies and the collective future we aim to build. Local and national reactions. Across the United States, the intricate tapestry of communities weaves together stories of empathy, concern, and spirited debate. The issue at hand, the unfolding human drama at the U.S.-Mexico border and its ripple effects from coast to coast. In town halls and community centers, the dialogue is vibrant and varied. Voices rise in concern for national security, juxtaposed with impassioned pleas for compassion and humanitarian aid. Beneath the headlines, a groundswell of grassroots effort emerges. Volunteers, faith groups, and local organizations mobilize, offering a lifeline to those caught in the crosshairs of policy and circumstance. The national media, too, plays its part, amplifying the stories that shape public perception. From viral videos to in-depth analysis, the narrative is dissected and debated in living rooms and policy rooms alike. The streets become stages for democracy in action. Protests and rallies, for and against various policies, underscore the deeply held beliefs that fuel the national debate on immigration and border security. From the heartland to the border towns, leaders and citizens alike grapple with the implications. What does it mean to be a neighbor? How do we balance security with humanity? These questions resonate in the collective conscience of a nation. In moments of national reflection, flags at half-mast not only mourn the lost, but also remind us of the values and ideals that define us: unity, compassion, and the pursuit of a more just and secure society. The story of immigration and border security is not confined to a single state or region. It is a national narrative, unfolding in every community, challenging us to reflect on who we are as a nation and what we aspire to become. As the sun sets on another day, the conversation continues. A testament to the enduring spirit of a nation wrestling with complex questions at the heart of its identity. In the end, it's not just about policies and borders, it's about humanity, dignity, and the values we hold dear. Texas's stance and measures for border security. In the Lone Star State, where the spirit of defiance runs as deep as the Rio Grande, Texas takes a stand. At the heart of this stance, a commitment to securing its border, an endeavor steeped in controversy and conviction. As the sun rises over the borderlands, the silhouette of razor wire casts long shadows, a testament to Texas resolve. Under Governor Greg Abbott's orders, the state has fortified its defenses, a move that has ignited debate far beyond its borders. The Texas National Guard, alongside the Department of Public Safety, stands vigilant. Each officer, a guardian of the state's vision for security, plays a pivotal role in a strategy designed to deter and defend. Governor Abbott, unwavering in his mission, articulates a vision of sovereignty and safety. To make it impossible to enter Texas illegally, he declares, framing the state's actions as a necessary bulwark against what he terms an invasion. Miles of concertina wire unfurl across the landscape, a physical and symbolic barrier against unauthorized crossings. These measures, while controversial, underscore Texas's determination to assert its authority and interpretation of border security. For those living in the shadow of the border, the stakes are personal. Ranchers and residents, their lives intertwined with the land. Voice mixed feelings. Gratitude for increased security measures mingled with concern for the humanitarian implications. Legal scholars weigh in, highlighting the delicate dance of power between the state and the federal government. Texas's aggressive stance on border security not only redefines its role, but also challenges the traditional boundaries of federal authority. Amid the debates and defenses, the human element persists. Community groups and volunteers work tirelessly, bridging divides with compassion, offering a counterpoint to the narrative of conflict with acts of kindness and support. As dusk falls over Texas, the border stands as a complex symbol of sovereignty, safety, and humanity. In this land of contrasts, the quest for security weaves through the fabric of daily life, a reflection of a state's resolve, and the enduring debate over the path forward. Potential for conflict and legal implications. In the heart of America's democracy, a potential for conflict simmers, rooted in the sprawling lands of Texas. The standoff between the Lone Star State and the federal government transcends borders, touching the very core of constitutional authority and state sovereignty. The airwaves and headlines pulse with the latest developments, a nation captivated and divided. At issue, the delicate balance of power, the role of the state versus the mandate of the federal government, a legal tightrope walk with profound implications. On the ground, the tension is palpable. Texas National Guard troops under state orders stand firm, a vivid embodiment of Texas's resolve. Meanwhile, federal agents pursue their charge, guided by national policies in an intricate dance of jurisdiction and duty. The legal battlefield is complex. Experts dissect the nuances, pointing to a brewing storm. Could these actions lead to a constitutional crisis? The questions are as deep as they are divisive, challenging the very framework of our nation's laws. From the bustling streets of cities to the quiet corners of town halls, Americans engage in the debate. The potential for conflict ignites passions, prompts dialogue, and fuels a desire for resolution that respects both security and human dignity. History offers lessons in conflict and compromise. From civil rights to states' rights, the nation has navigated tumultuous waters, finding paths to unity and understanding. The current standoff, while unique, is part of a larger American narrative of struggle and resilience. As the sun sets on another day of debate and deliberation, the American flag remains a beacon of hope. The potential for conflict, though real, is matched by the potential for dialogue, understanding, and a shared commitment to the principles that unite us. U.S. Army and Texas Guard dynamics. The relationship between the United States Army and the Texas National Guard has reached a critical juncture, underscored by the complex and often contentious border security operations in Texas. As the federal and state entities navigate their roles, the friction points illuminate deeper questions about authority, collaboration, and the ultimate goal of national and state security. Recent operations along the expansive U.S.-Mexico border, particularly in areas like Eagle Pass, Texas, have spotlighted the operational and jurisdictional clashes between the U.S. Army's directives and the Texas National Guard's initiatives under Governor Greg Abbott's orders. These clashes are not just procedural, but emblematic of a broader debate over the best approach to managing border security and immigration. Texas, under Governor Abbott, has taken a notably aggressive stance on border security, implementing measures like the addition of razor wire and barriers in defiance of federal requests and court orders. This approach, while resonating with many concerned with border security, has raised eyebrows at the federal level, including within the U.S. Army, tasked with supporting national border security efforts in cooperation with the Department of Homeland Security. The overlapping missions and divergent strategies have led to operational inefficiencies and legal quandaries, instances where Texas National Guard actions have hindered or conflicted with federal operations underscore the need for a clearer demarcation of roles and responsibilities. Furthermore, the legal disputes arising from these tensions highlight the urgent need for a framework that accommodates both state sovereignty and federal authority. Beyond the legal and jurisdictional battles, there lies a human dimension. The stringent measures adopted at the border, often without clear coordination between state and federal forces, have implications for the migrants caught in the middle. The tragic drownings near Shelby Park and the subsequent legal and humanitarian outcry serve as a grim reminder of what's at stake when strategy and collaboration falter. The resolution to these challenges lies not in further entrenchment, but in dialogue and cooperation. Both the U.S. Army and the Texas National Guard share a common goal: the security and welfare of the United States and its citizens. Finding common ground, respecting the legal boundaries of state and federal authority, and prioritizing human dignity alongside security are essential steps toward a cohesive and effective border security strategy. As the nation watches the unfolding dynamics between the U.S. Army and the Texas National Guard, the path forward requires more than just operational adjustments. It demands a reevaluation of how we, as a country, address the complex issues of border security, immigration, and the delicate balance between state rights and federal oversight. In this endeavor, dialogue, respect, and cooperation will be the guiding principles that help bridge the divide, ensuring that the pursuit of security does not come at the expense of our values or our commitment to human rights. Conclusion. As we journey from the bustling cities to the tranquil countryside, from the historic East Coast to the vibrant West, and along the contested borders, we traverse a nation of complexity, contrast, and enduring ideals. In the tapestry of American life, each thread tells a story of hope, struggle, and the pursuit of a dream. The narrative of the U.S.-Mexico border, with its layers of policy, humanity, and security, is interwoven with the broader story of what it means to be American. The spirit of America shines brightest in the actions of its people. From the volunteer offering a helping hand at a shelter, to the advocate lending a voice to the voiceless, and the citizen casting a vote for change, each act contributes to the shaping of our national destiny. At the border, the daily rhythm continues, marked by the vigilant efforts of those tasked with its management and the hopeful journeys of those who seek to cross it. Here, the debate over security and compassion finds its most tangible expression. In living rooms and libraries, on social media, and in the streets, Americans engage in the essential work of democracy. Dialogue. Through conversation, we challenge, we learn, and most importantly, we grow closer, even in our disagreements. As the day ends and the stars take their place in the night sky, they remind us of our shared aspirations and the light that guides us forward. In our quest for a more perfect union, we are bound by the belief that together, we can navigate the complexities of our times and emerge stronger. This is America, a land of enduring strength, profound challenges, and unwavering hope. As we continue to write our story, let us remember the values that unite us and the dreams that inspire us to strive for a better tomorrow together.